What's the cheapest way to market your business? I'll give you a second. Okay, time's up. So what do you think? Building funnels, social media posts, podcasting, blogging for free to get subscribers? Sure. But what if I change the question to, what's the cheapest way to market your business effectively? All those tactics I just mentioned are, hit or miss. You've got to be an expert copywriter, an experienced web designer, a savvy content marketer, and a text expert to make them work for you. And then you've got this sour truth I just read on b2bmarketer.net. And that is 2/3 of marketing executives, not just marketers, but people whose job it literally is to do cost-effective marketing, can't figure out what their return on investment is on their marketing. The only other profession where you can suck that bad at your job and keep it is weather forecaster. But there's another way out there. It's mostly shrouded in mystery, in fact, to market your business effectively. And that way is being used right now by people like Kerry Green and Russell Brunson. And it's having a book. Now let me tell you a couple of stories to show you what I mean by that. In the last video, I mentioned the keynote speaker who put his name and brand in front of an audience of 2,000 people. All he did was mail a copy of his book to the conference organizers. Nailed it. That costs like, what, $5 for shipping? Maybe? To find out how much you can make from your book, click the link below to check out the Ultimate Book Revenue Calculator. So, leveraging your book like this, the ultimate marketing tool for your business, it opens doors, skyrockets your revenue, and automatically turns you into the influencer everyone wants to work with and put on their stage. Now, it doesn't just work for online business entrepreneurs like you. Let me give you a couple more examples. I was at a VIP dinner in Indianapolis last fall. Up at the wine bar, I met a plastics scientist who holds a few dozen patents. Whenever he wants a $5,000 consulting gig, he sends his book to an association in his industry or to the editor of a publication, and boom, those gatekeepers see that book. Authority, check. Credibility, check. Expertise, check. Every time he speaks or writes for a new audience, he gets 2 or 3 new clients. What other marketing tactic out there do you know that you can spend $5 and earn 10 grand every time? There's another one, a completely different industry. One of my ghostwriting mentors told me about a client of his who owned a manufacturing company. This entrepreneur wanted to stand out from his bigger competitors, but he didn't really want to spend, 20 years writing a book. So he worked with a ghostwriter, just like Gary Vaynerchuk did for all 5 of his books, which became New York Times bestsellers. In just a few weeks, not years, the book was done. And it was the thought leadership masterpiece in his industry. Authority, credibility, and expertise were his. The business owner then mailed his book out to a short list of his dream clients. And guess what? That turned into over $1 million in sales from those ideal clients, all because he had a book. Now, the crazy thing about each of these examples is that the books themselves sold barely 100 copies on their own. So the real money you make from a book as a business owner is not off the book. It's from the doors that open because of the book. So to find out how much you could potentially earn from your book, realistically, check out the Ultimate Book Revenue Calculator. Just click the link below this video. Now, like my own client, Bushra Azhar of the Persuasion Revolution told me, she said, no matter how successful I am in business, I'm not really an expert until I write that book. Have you ever thought that maybe a book would be perfect for you and your business? But you also thought, man, that all sounds great, but how do I market the thing? How am I going to get the word out there? What if you aren't a plastic scientist or a manufacturer, right? Now, I've got you covered there too. When I work with entrepreneurs who become best-selling authors in their industry, I make sure they have a strategic plan to reach as many of the right people as possible. Not just the generic masses and getting the word out there, right? That's the difference between being a skilled sniper and some joker out on the shooting range with a shotgun spraying bullets everywhere. As an entrepreneur, you have to know why you're writing the book and what doors you want it to open for you and your business. For example, I'm a ghostwriter. I worked on a book for a famous R&B artist earlier this year, and I made sure he got this lesson. So he didn't just, launch the book like a traditional product with digital marketing, fanfare, and funnels. His approach to marketing his book was to have autographed copies of it on hand to sell after every show he does. At $17 in profit per book, when he sells 200 or 300 copies per show, that cash adds up real quick. So here's what I'm going to give you to get you started on opening doors to greater revenue and greater influence for your book. Now, I've mentioned it a few times already, the ultimate book revenue calculator. So even if you sell only a few hundred copies of the book, your return on investment can realistically be in the tens of thousands of dollars. So click the link below to try out the Ultimate Book Revenue Calculator, and you'll receive a customized estimate for your business based on actual industry statistics. Again, there's no opt-in or sign-up required here. In less than 60 seconds, you'll figure out how much you can earn from the sale of your book if you independently publish it. But more importantly here, how much the numerous upsell opportunities to your products and services are going to be worth that get generated because you wrote and published the book. And these are opportunities you wouldn't have otherwise had a chance of getting without the book. So check out the Ultimate Book Revenue Calculator now, and I'll see you next time.